So if you've been dealing with someone that's kind of like just draining your energy and just really just taking the life out of you, then this reading today is definitely for you. So let's kick this off with the core of what is going on. The fool. The fool. They just are immature. They just are trying to get into your skin because they don't want to have any order. And you're at a point in time where you're tired of that kind of shenanigans. You want to just be around somebody a little bit more responsible that isn't just always wanting to do the next crazy thing like this person here. So they're draining you because their energy is just over the top, right? And you just can't deal with it anymore. And so it's probably because they're just trying to show off. They're trying to gain your attention even though they already have it. And so it's just time for them to stop. So what you may want to do is kind of say, hey, yo, chill out, take 2 steps back because this shit is not working for me. I just can't handle it, right? And so, how can you then have a way to calm the situation so things don't go completely chaotic or you don't go ballistic on them? Page of Cups. Come at it from more of a peaceful mindset, a little bit calmness in your heart. Don't just lash out the person. Hear the fool. Don't just try to put them in their place and tell them, hey, knock your shit off because I can't deal with it no more. Don't do that because they're probably insecure. If you look at the fool, right? Young energy, emotional energy, I'm seeing a little bit of insecurity here as well. And so the Page of Cups, even though it's kind of immature as well, it has to basically be able to look at things a little bit differently. So use your intuition on this one, trust your gut, but don't hurt their feelings, right? Just have them slow it down and come at them more with a heart of compassion rather than a voice of violence, if you know what I'm saying. Like, you got people kind of just get on your nerves, and the only thing you want to do is just tell them to shut the fuck up. If you did that, what that's going to do, you're going to probably hurt them pretty bad because they really do care about you and they really do want to impress you, but it's getting under your skin. So you got to, instead of being that tyrannical type of energy, be the Page of Cups, right? Just slow it down, come up then with maybe a new way to approach you, maybe a new way to engage with you. So maybe think of other ways you can connect with this person. But again, use your intuition and be a little bit gentle and don't come off like a complete asshole. That's what I'm seeing there for you. Okay. And so let me let me see something here. So how are you going to shift this, right? How do we move this so it doesn't continue on happening? Eight of Wands, communication. So when they start acting up, when they start acting crazy with the fool, right? Acting like a damn fool, don't just wait, right? Jump into it and say, just knock your shit off. Because if you don't speak up in the moment that it happens, what's going to happen? Tension, you're going to end up blowing up, and they're going to end up just really pissing you off. You're going to piss them off. So communicate, fast communication, which means don't wait, don't hold back. If it's bugging you, let it go and let it rip. Let them know how their immaturity is just driving you insane. Because if you don't communicate, then things are going to completely blow up and just not go in your favor. Well, let's wrap this up here with a little bit of clarity. We're going to go to the Oracle here just to close this out and to get a message here to anchor this. But before I do, let me throw some dice down. Is a two, right? What I say about intuition, what I say about how to speak, that's a two. That's your decision. And it's a one to one. And the ones are what? New potential, new possibilities, Page of Cups, a new way of thinking, new way of dealing with this person. So you got to use really sound decisions with this person to have them stop. So when you communicate with them, the eight, you're not going to let them get away with it no more because enough is enough. And then the Oracle says grace within chaos. Didn't I just say that? Grace within chaos. You have to learn to communicate without blowing things up. And you do it with grace in chaos. And that's the actual message I have for you today. And so if this little reading here hits you and you prefer something a little bit more tailored to your situation, my readings are always open and the link is in the descriptions below. All right. See y'all later. Bye bye.